Nasty, nasty girl. Don't mean a thing. Friday, last Friday of the school year for them, and Jessica's doing a project with her students where it's the 80s, and I didn't have record push when we did the whole thing.
Didn't.
So she's dressing up like an 80s
Okay. Food's in there and
person, and that's when I was relatively cool. So this is what I remember in school. Yeah. Just savor it for a moment, man. Yeah.
I jingle a lot.
She got the bangles.
Gotta put another watch on so it can be more than one
Yeah.
watch.
Got watches on. Got a brooch. Got the hair.
Bigger last night. I washed it.
Michelle, that's like your hair. Girl I went to school with named Michelle Flynn. She's got a French name now. She's married to a Louisiana man, but
Bigger.
it's like Oz Fox. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Looking sharp, baby. Friday, my Friday to work. And I thoroughly love my job. Oh man, look at that. I get to do a wedding for these two tomorrow, which when you watch this will be today, and it's just crazy to look at a grown woman who was a kid in my youth group, and now she's all grown. It's just wow. But they came in the other day and rearranged the seats, so there's a big aisle, and I can't really show you everything that's going on, but it looks beautiful in here. It really does. They've done a great job. We're getting ready for a wedding. It's going to be kind of a busy day. We've got Barrett's final soccer game of the season. And then we will have a wedding at 2. So we got rehearsal tonight. And y'all almost saw that, I think. So I'm going to go back this way. Man, that is beautiful. Wow. But we soccer game, rehearsal tonight, soccer game. And hey, Mr. Billy. Oh, Matt and Melissa. It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to that. Weddings are fun. It's stressful usually for the bride and their family, but for me as a pastor, I don't get stressed out too much. My biggest thing is I've got to be able to read. And you might not believe this, but I can actually do that. Ooh. Suit. I gotta get my suit. Because if I forget my suit, I have to do the wedding in not my suit. So I should probably go get it. But first I gotta go to the bank, because I ain't got no money. I think I might have $1 in my little wallet thing. And I am extremely grateful that we got married when we did instead of now, because now there's so much pressure to do bigger, more extravagant things than the person before you. We can't get married, we got to go to a specific location, and which is fine, absolutely fine. I'm just glad I didn't have to do all that. We came to church, we got married. I looked at Brother Eddie and said, hey, could you put the chairs back for me? Whatever had to be done, move I don't even remember what it was. It wasn't much of anything. Our reception, we had cake. Some of my students were the ones that were cutting the cake and passing out punch. And we stayed for about 30 minutes. And we said, see ya! And we got out of there. And we went, yeah, that's right, to Cracker Barrel in Cleveland, Tennessee. Because it was on our way to where our honeymoon was. We had a family my Aunt Mary. She's not technically my aunt, but she's my aunt. And my best friend, Richard, and I don't know who else is involved, but they got us a honeymoon suite package thingy at a cabin. So, oh man, those were good times. I got this thing I do, like when I take students out to eat, I always pay for it. And I used to do it a lot more. There was a time when that was considered a tax write-off, and I didn't do it for a tax write-off because you don't get enough money out of it for it to matter. I did it because I love my students. And there was several guys that we would go out to eat, and I'd always get there, and they would throw a fit. They'd be like, Kenny, you ain't buying my lunch today. I said, hey, you get out, get in the world, get you a job, then you can pay me back. And I didn't expect anybody to pay me back. I mean, it's just opportunity for me to love with my kids, you know? And today, one of my former students was at the Hut of Pizza. And yes, I am miserable right now. I'm feeling sick. And it's not because Pizza Hut's food, it's because my body just can't do it no more. But anyway, he came up and we talked for a little bit, chit chat, and I hugged on his wife and hung out with his son for a minute. And we're getting ready to leave, and I'm standing in line, and he's up there paying, and these two women just come cut in front of me. And one of them turns around and says, oh, were you in line? I said, no, that's all right, y'all go ahead, go ahead. She said, no, if you're in line. And about that time, Big Hun looked at me and said, hey, come on, guy. And I just looked at him, I said, you got me? He said, yeah, I got you. And the lady behind the cash register said, yeah, go ahead. I said, okay. Overwhelmed. Something as simple as that. It makes you feel like you did something right. Started the day with Paul Abdul or Janet Jackson. She looked awesome, man. My wife is an amazing teacher. She makes education fun. Then got to see Big Hun and Tiffany and Zeke, and Bailey was at school, but then Big Hun came out of the office and we hung out for a little while. And man, I love that guy. What an awesome kid he's grown up to be. I mean, he's an amazing man now, but he was just a kid when I first started there. And then wedding rehearsal tonight with Melissa and Matt. And Melissa's one of my students. She's still supposed to be in 7th grade, and she just finished pharmacy school. And Matt's a successful businessman, so just a great day. Yeah, it's one of those days that, you know, you look back and you realize all the crying and the hair pulling and the gray hair you get from working with teenagers is completely worth it. So now it's time to go to bed. I got to cut video for a little while, and then I'm going to bed because we got an early morning in the morning. I got to get up at 6 something because we got to leave here at 7:30, which means we're having breakfast at 7, and Barrett wants pancakes. It's the last game of the season, so why not? So you have a great evening, and love God, love people, and be better.